Hello and welcome to the channel, everyone. This one is going to be interesting. I'm going to pick it apart like you would not believe. He may come in twos because this woman showed up twice as far as I know. The first one was last year. It was uploaded 2017. According to this woman, according to what it says, it comes out of England. And what it says is she gave up ghosts, or gave up men to have sex with ghosts. Insane, not only insane, but frankly demonic is what I believe. So, stick around for that. This is going to be fun.
And now, we interrupt, disrupt, and crash this station.
The man fighting for peace, his legacy, truth in a sea of stupid.
Filtered for your sarcastic enjoyment, Ghost Getter.
Now, according to this, her name is Amethyst Realm, I believe. That's how you pronounce it. Now, according to her, she had a relationship with someone since she was 10 years old, and it was a fiance of hers. And, they split up. It's a long story. They split up. She wound up cheating on him with a ghost, supposedly, and ever since then, she's had several relationships with different spirits, so-called spirits and everything. Just watch, and we're going to take this down bit by bit. It's just crazy. It's very crazy.
When did you first encounter a spirit?
It would have been about 12 years ago now. I was living with my fiancé.
Yeah.
And he was working away a lot. We just moved into a new house in Hereford. And after a while, he was going away maybe 1 week, 2 weeks at a time. I started to feel kind of like a presence, maybe, I guess you could call it, around the house.
Yeah, which is, some people would be a little scared of, but you weren't scared by it.
It never felt scary. It felt comforting, if anything.
And even when even when you were in, this all happened sort of in the spare bedroom, that was where it was, it was at its most powerful. Even when it came up behind you and you could feel its breath on your neck, that still didn't freak you out.
Not at all.
I guess they're already doing it in the spare bedroom because I guess the entity didn't want to feel like it was, actually cheating if they slept in her room, her and her fiance's bedroom. So they did it in a spare bedroom because they didn't want to feel as guilty, so to speak. So, yeah, I believe it. She was already feeling emotional because he was never around. She was already having issues, as you can tell by most women with, and of course men are the same way, with when they're partners or husbands or wives are gone after a long period of time, they start to have issues of them being away for too long and missing them and everything. Right there and then, the spirit, so-called spirit entity, already knew her weakness before she already knew it. And that's the thing. Something you got to realize and understand is they already know your weakness before you know your weakness. We don't all know what's inside of us, and we don't all know. We wound up finding out things we never even knew about ourselves. If you have one thought in your mind, one emotion, one thing that shows a sign of weakness, they pick up on it quickly. They take advantage of it. Just something that goes by you and you not even realize. But if it's one thing that goes by you and you not even realize, but it affects you, they already pick up on it and they take advantage of it like you wouldn't believe. And sometimes we didn't even realize what we just done or what we just thought of or what just happened until it's too late. This is pretty much what I say, what they did to her.
So then you decided that you would take it to the next level, and you dressed in a very sexy negligee, and you went into the spare bedroom and turned the lights off and waited.
I did, yes.
And what happened?
I waited and waited for a while, and then I got a little bit worried. I thought maybe I'd scared it off by being too keen.
Oh, okay.
And then sort of just as I'd given up hope and was starting to fall asleep, it came to me. And
what happened?
I don't know what I can say on
well,
TV.
You described it as wait.
You had sex?
Yeah, I had sex with the ghost.
With a ghost?
Yeah. Yes.
But you can't wrap your arms around a ghost.
There's two problems with this. One, she put on a negligee. Her fiance's already been gone for a while, so she starts living in this fantasy world. What if this is all advertising? I just know it is. In the first place, I kind of don't believe her. Well, I don't believe any of it, but, you know, it's a different I don't believe. One, she's in a fantasy, and two, she fell asleep. So when does this not become a dream of hers or a almost a realistic dream? When does this not become such a thing? Because she already waited a while. It sounds to me like she was already egging it on before anybody else was. So this is already a thing with she was fantasizing and not something else. So I'm already up in the air of, okay, this don't sound right.
So how physically, how does the sex bit happen?
You can still feel it. Like, it was it's difficult to explain.
Like a weight?
Kind of a weight, but at the same time weightless, and like a physical, there's the breath and stroking, and the energy as well. I think the energy was a lot to do with it. Do you feel a connection?
And does a sexual experience with a ghost end in orgasm?
For me, yeah.
Right, gosh, so wow.
And fan for the ghost?
I just hope so.
See, she doesn't even know if the entity was feeling anything that she was feeling. And here we go. She was the energy. We had sexual energy. We had sexual thinking. It was in our consciousness. Our consciousness was having sex. We put two of our energies together as if I turned the thermostat up on 75 and he turned it turned it down to 65, and all of a sudden it went to 75 and mine went to 75, and both of the energies in the room created one of the same energy, and we both had thermostat sex. Okay. It doesn't even sound physical anymore. She's going from here and starting to go over there. Some of these people in their consciousness, they're starting to drive me a little insane, because I don't understand their thinking of consciousness, but okay.
And this relationship carried on for some time, and eventually you got busted by your boyfriend.
I did, yeah. I was. He came home from work a day early, and apparently he says he saw the shape of a man through the spare room window when he pulled up.
Which is unusual, because the spirit or ghost had never showed him his physical form to you at all,
Yeah,
and yet
it's interesting.
to your fiancé did.
Yeah, which I was slightly annoyed about, to be honest. But I think it was in love with me too, and.
So he wanted you to end your relationship, which it
right
did.
there. See, it wanted to control her and take over, so that's exactly what it did. It revealed itself in the mind of her boyfriend or fiancé, so it could take over this particular woman full time. Or was it, well, you know, if he saw it, or he's seen what's going on, as well as, you know, she was feeling this, so there had to have been something there. I don't think it was a human spirit at all, because we've all heard of the Nephilim. Of course, that was eliminated years ago, but, you know, who knows what goes on in people's minds. But to take over complete control of her, I think that was the whole intention, the whole idea, and that's why it revealed himself to him, or in his own mind, something was going on there to take complete control over the whole situation, and to destroy. You know, like I was saying before and several times in my radio shows and everything, they have a tendency of destroying relationships and marriages. There are ways of doing this. It will try every way it can, any kind of weakness, from cheating on another person, to alcohol, to drugs, to anger issues, to money issues, to, it's almost as if there are certain types of demons where this is all they do is focus on destroying relationships. So if this is a way to destroy another relationship, it doesn't surprise me at all to destroy another marriage, to destroy another relationship in that case. So maybe that's what it is, but it is interesting that this woman at that particular time, you can roll it back and look at it, where she says, I thought it kind of odd. You know, he saw it when no one else, when I couldn't see it. It was a bit strange, I think. And then the woman says this is a way, the anchor says this is a way to destroy a relationship and him take over or whatever. It was a perfect answer to that question.
There have been many other spirits that have come to visit you.
Have been, yeah.
And some have lasted sort of one time, but some have lasted a little bit longer. Yeah. Are they very different sorts of relationships? Have they got different energies?
Yeah, you can always feel a difference. The same just with a human, I guess. You can just feel different presences,
so
different personalities.
It's not the same one coming back 20 times?
No, it's often different ones.
That almost sounds like the Nephilim. But then it sounds insane because she's just feeling the energy. She's not feeling a physical presence. She's feeling the energy. So that's starting to sound more like a New Age thing. I'm starting to wonder if this woman isn't feeling it in her subconscious, or maybe her different separate personalities. And maybe she's got a personality disorder where she has several different personalities. And maybe she's having sex with several different of her personalities. Maybe she's lying through her teeth. You ever think of that? Maybe she's trying to get on TV. So what brought her to this, to where all of a sudden now she's on TV? And, you know, what brought this on? Because I want to see where this woman came from, and there was really no answer to that.
But what about children? Because that surely is not possible.
I don't know. I've done actually a bit of research into phantom pregnancies recently, which I know sounds
Phantom
ridiculous.
pregnancy doesn't mean you have a phantom.
It doesn't, but actually there's case studies where people have done a bit of research, and there's... I'm trying to think how to explain.
Yeah.
But there is sort of possibilities that could actually be maybe the ghost of a child within you, but people don't know how to carry it on to full term kind of thing.
Oh,
but,
and
yeah.
would you like to become pregnant
If I
with
could.
it?
Yeah, at some point, not now, but...
I mean, that would be quite
I
a
don't
unique
know.
thing to see, wouldn't it? Like a ghost, the ghost baby, like so, be like Casper.
Maybe.
So now it's just starting to sound insane. And, mark my words, there will be a video soon where she will claim that she's pregnant with a phantom ghost. Now, she said she done her research, and this is the thing. That's the problem. If you do your research on something, I'm sure I'm going to if I research how chocolate makes your toenails green, I'm sure there's probably something out there that's going to show chocolate making my toenails green. Just because you research something doesn't make it true. Just because you want something bad enough doesn't make it true. Now it's starting to sound insane, and I'm sure pretty soon we will have a Casper ghost. This sounds like something coming out of the National Enquirer, just like Bat Boy, Bat Baby, or something like that. It definitely sounds like a future thing. Mark my words, it will be coming soon to a BS near you.
So is it a house, do you think? I mean, obviously you as well,
know.
they find you attractive, but I should imagine you've got quite a name for yourself in the spirit world.
Slut.
For the future, no need for a boyfriend or husband or anything like that of the humankind.
Look at that. After that answer, he's like, she sleeps with... So you slept with many people in your many spirits, and you're pretty popular in the spirit world. I guess I am. This girl's an animal. This girl's a bloody animal. Oh my gosh! I got to get her phone number.
You are happy now. This is for you the way you want your life to be.
Ideally, I'd like to find one that I would like to settle down with and spend the rest of my life with. But yeah, I'll never go back to men.
Waiting for Mr. Right.
I would like to settle down with one from now on. I mean, eventually settle down with one for good. That's a bit hard to do because how do you find someone that's dead, supposedly, an entity that's... Do you go like to a zombie bar or maybe some kind of social or... and then, of course, the lady says finding Mr. Right. That could be a mister if it's, you know... I'm a bit confused on this. How exactly do you find one you settle down with? And how do you know you can trust... Do you see my point where I'm getting at with this whole thing? Wait till you see part 2. Part 2 is insane. You think this one's crazy? I don't know where this woman came from. Somebody can tell me in the comments, please do. I don't know where she came from. I don't know where she's going. I don't know the point of it, but part 2 probably reveals it. But there are so many questions. There's so many of these comments. I need answers to this because I'm totally dumbfounded by all this. It's just amazing to me that there are people in the world that believe this stuff. And you know what's really, really sad is somebody will eventually probably comment or put their thumbs down on my page because they don't like my opinion about it because they actually believe in this crap. That's the sad thing. People are going to believe in this mess. Check out my radio station. Check out the page. I appreciate everybody watching until part 2 comes out, which I'm going to put out a part 2. This is just nuts. Thank you for everybody watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey everybody, don't forget to check out Reverse 96 FM on TuneIn, Streama, and now internetradio.com.